Hey guys, Dr. Dick Whiskey here. Today I am going to share with you the secret sauce, the magic trick, the thing that you need to put the ball in the fairway 250 yards and hit it straight every time. This is a mental tip that works 100% of the time, 7 out of 10 times. Therapy's in session, gentlemen.
Oh, he got all of that one. It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
Okay, so I'm constantly playing with guys that slice the ball off the tee. On the driving range, you hit it just fine. Of course, you hit 150 balls and you only counted the ones that went straight. But when you get to the tee, the problem is that you fade it or slice it and call it a fade because you don't have the consistency that you're looking for. When there's pressure on you, you lose your swing. You're missing the secret sauce. You're missing the one thing that all good golfers have. I'm going to show you a comparison of Bobby Jones, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods. It's going to be a face-on swing like I'm doing with you, and you can see all of their swings. I've sped them up, slowed them down so that they're kind of on the same tempo, and you can see, man, there's 100 different ways to make this swing. It's crazy. Watch Jack Nicklaus versus Bobby Jones. I mean, nobody's teaching that stuff today. This is a side-by-side comparison of a full golf swing by 4 legends of the game: Bobby Jones, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger Woods. I'm giving you a still frame so you can see all 4 golfers set up to the ball. See how they each do it differently, except for one thing? They all maintain the same nose line in relation to their hand and hip position. Here's a still frame of each golfer in his backswing. This is a full backswing. At the top, I didn't cut it short. You can see they're all really different, except for one thing. They all, not one of them, moved their nose line from the position it held during their initial setup to the ball. Check out the way they finish their swing. This is really different. Each of them. Bobby Jones is almost wrapped around himself. But the most important secret they all share is impact position. We got 4 different golf legends from 4 different eras with 4 completely different swings, and they all reach the same exact position at impact. How can this be? I don't understand, but I think it's important. Can you see how each golfer manages to turn his hips and point his pelvis to a 45-degree angle before his hands cross the ball line? Also, though each golfer's head moves up and down differently, all of them hold their nose line steady throughout the backswing and downswing. Even though each of these guys have a completely different golf swing, not one of them allowed his nose to move forward towards the ball until after he made impact with the ball. The Merriam-Webster officially recognizes Wenis as the extra skin on your elbow. So I guess that means the secret trick to a great golf swing is this. You need to point your penis before you move your weenus and keep your nose out of your ball's business.
Oh, he got all of that one. It's in the hole! It's in the hole!
So you're looking for consistency, right? And you're looking for distance. You want both of those things. Consistently down the fairway with a straight shot, and you want distance. What you don't realize is that your problem isn't in your swing. It could be if you're Charles Barkley, but it's most likely not. The problem is in your head. So I'm going to give you a word association, a body association, and one mental trick that's going to fix your problem. There is an association that every man has with his best friend. Now, I'm not talking about your wife or your dog. For instance, if I say the word schlong, what are you thinking? If I say the word dong, what are you thinking? How about Johnson, Willie, wanker? I need to be careful here. All of these words have a meaning to you. You know what I'm talking about. If I say you need to grab hold of your member, you know I'm not talking about walking up to the clubhouse and shaking somebody and telling them they got to pay their dues. You know what member I'm talking about. There is a word that every man associates with one single thing. Now, as a doctor, I'm going to go ahead and use the legitimate term. It's called a penis. The technique that you need to learn is called penis before weenus. I'm serious. Now, for those of you that don't know, your weenus is this flap of skin right here on your elbow. Look it up. You can Google it right now. It's called a weenus. I wouldn't suggest you go up and ask a girl if she wants to touch your weenus, because even though it sounds cute in your head, it sounds stupid in a bar. Don't do it. Okay, here's something else I want to point out. Pay attention to this. It's important. It's easy, but it's important. When you watch the comparison that I put up, they all have completely different swings. They have different back swings, different fore swings. Their hips are doing stuff all differently. The one thing that they all have in common, besides the fact that their nose never gets in their ball's business, their nose stays right here. They may raise their head up and down, but their nose never goes forward until after they hit the ball. The second thing is, when they hit the ball, they're all here. Every one of them somehow finds a way to get here. Here. Which basically has their penis pointing at 45 degrees before they hit the ball. All of them do that. They get their different ways, but this is the spot, which is why I practice from this spot. I get here, I come here, I put myself in this position, and then, dude, that's 225 with a draw. And you saw how easy I hit. The thing is, since I'm in the right position, I'm catching the ball in the center of my club. I'm not having to worry about distance. I'm kind of planted. I'm stuck here. Which means, I can't reach out. I can't chicken wing. I could if I wanted to, I suppose, but it just is comfortable. It's easy, and it's consistent. Okay, now, here's another trick. It's a little embarrassing, but it works. Turns out most embarrassing things do work. What I want you to do is take your mat, pull this plug out, zip down your pants, and don't worry about this weirdo looking at you. You shouldn't be looking at this anyway. You should be minding his own damn business down there. Now line it up and actually see, are you pointing? Now this is a small Asian style one. If you want, you can go with a different culture. I just take a spare grip, connect it to that one, and then you can, actually security's coming right now. It works though. Hang on. Sorry guys, didn't mean that. Okay, so the best play there was to come back to the office to finish this up with you guys. Okay, now I'd like to show you how that pointing prosthetic works. A little difficult out there. Take your mat, pop this out, and use the tee. Now, I normally just use something simple because it's easy to point. You have no doubt where your hips are going. But if you want to use the multicultural version, you can. Let's take a AA battery, stick it in like that. Take your grip, stick it on like that. Now this thing isn't actually battery operated. It doesn't work like that. And you get a little swing out of it. So I don't know, it may not be appropriate for some of you guys. It may not be appropriate for anybody, but it'll work. It'll also get you over being embarrassed on the tee. If you can practice with this hanging out of your pants, ain't nothing gonna mess with you on the tee. Okay, so I'd like to wrap this up with some word association and swing thoughts. Get this ingrained into your swing and into your hips. Point your penis before you move your weenus. Or just shorten it to penis before weenus. Penis before weenus. That'll get you where you need to go. Point your willy or your slice will look silly. Point your dick before you swing your stick. Point your member before you swing your timber. Point your schlong if you want to go long. Point your man bits before you swing your tits. That's actually a really good one. If you point your man bits before you let your chest come at all, you're clearing your hips completely. So man bits before tits. If you want to drive it like Dustin, then point your Johnson. But if your weenus comes first, you've done it all wrong, son. I like that. That's a little long, but it's catchy. Point your hootis if you want to crush it like Brutus. You know, from Popeye, the Sailor Man. Especially if you're hitting a 3-wood off the deck. This is a swing thought for you. Point your manhood before you swing your 3-wood. Man shaft before club shaft. Always. Point your man shaft before you swing your club shaft. But always remember, whatever your swing thought, whatever you're doing, absolutely keep your nose out of your ball's business. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed it, click subscribe and you'll get an automatic notification of the next one that I put up. More importantly, down in the comment section, if you guys would tell me, who do you want to see me do for the next comparison? You pick them. You want Walter Hagen, Arnold Palmer, Sam Snead, and Jim Furyk? Whoever. You pick them, tell me who you want, and that's who I'll make next time. Salud.